Why learn English? Learning English for beginners. English is everywhere these days, whether you notice it or not. Walk into any electronics store and you'll see English on packaging, on buttons, and in the small print of instruction manuals. Turn on your TV and English might be in the background of a song, a movie, or an advertisement. When you scroll through social media, hashtags, comments, and even memes are full of English words. For a lot of people, this language isn't just something you learn in school, it's a part of daily life, sneaking in through all kinds of channels. So why do so many people in so many different countries decide to learn English? Part of the answer is that English has become a kind of bridge. Imagine two travelers from totally different places, say, one from Brazil and one from Japan. Chances are, if they meet at an airport or a tourist spot, they'll use English to talk. It's not always perfect, but it works just enough for a smile, a quick chat, or even to solve a problem. And this kind of thing happens every single day all over the world. That's why English is called a global language, not because everyone speaks it perfectly, but because so many people know a little enough to connect. It's not just about travel. A lot of people find that learning English gives them a way to learn more about the world. So much information, news, research, new ideas is first published in English. If there's a scientific discovery, a medical breakthrough, or an interesting article about technology, it's often explained in English first, then translated into other languages. If you know some English, you don't have to wait for a translation. You can get the news, the stories, and the ideas as soon as they appear. For anyone who loves to learn, that's a huge advantage. Education is another reason. Think about how many famous universities are in places where English is the main language. Even if you don't want to study abroad, online courses from the world's top schools are usually in English. There are thousands of free lectures, videos, and textbooks waiting for you online. Learning English opens up all of these resources, sometimes even for things you never expected, like learning to cook, fix your car, or write better emails. It's almost like a secret password to a library without walls. Work is a big motivator, too. In many companies, English is the language of business, even if the company is in a non-English speaking country. Meetings, emails, contracts, and instructions are often written in English, especially if the company works with partners or customers from other countries. If you can read and write even a little English, you become much more valuable to your team. It's not just about getting a job, it's about moving up, working on interesting projects, and having more choices. For some people, English means a better salary, a chance to travel for work, or even the dream of moving to a new city or country. And of course, there's all the fun stuff. A huge part of the world's entertainment is in English. The top movies, many popular songs, video games, novels, and YouTube channels use English. Sometimes, translations just can't capture the real feeling of a joke, a story, or a song lyric. Even just understanding a punchline or singing along with a favorite band can feel rewarding. If you want to join an online fandom, play games with people from other countries, or read the comments on a funny meme, English is the key. It's about being part of a global conversation. Travel becomes less stressful with English, too. Airports, train stations, and hotels almost always use English for signs and announcements. Tourist maps and guides are often printed in English, even in countries where it's not the main language. If you get lost or need help, there's a good chance that someone nearby will understand at least a few words of English. It's not about speaking perfectly, it's about making yourself understood and feeling more independent. Even ordering food or asking for directions can turn into a little adventure if you know a few key phrases. Technology and the internet are other big reasons. Most of the world's biggest websites, apps, and software start in English. If you want to learn how to use a new app, fix a computer problem, or watch a tutorial, the best answers are usually written or spoken in English first. The same goes for news about science, trends, and gadgets. Knowing some English means you can join online communities, follow international news, and get the latest updates sometimes before they're available in your own language. Some people pick up English because they want to connect with family or friends living abroad. Maybe a cousin moved to Australia, or an old classmate now works in Canada. Even if you only chat by text or send photos, knowing English helps you keep those relationships strong. Others find pen pals or online friends from different countries, sharing stories and learning about each other's cultures. Sometimes the motivation is just that simple, the wish to talk to more people and understand their lives. Learning English can also be about self-improvement. For some, it's a personal challenge. Can I do this? Can I read a whole book, watch a movie, or have a real conversation in English? Every new word or sentence you learn is a small victory. Bit by bit, you notice your world getting bigger. You start to understand more jokes, join more conversations, and enjoy things that used to feel out of reach. There's a special kind of pride that comes from realizing you can use another language even if it's just a few sentences at first. Of course, it's not always easy. Some days, the grammar rules are confusing. You might forget words you just learned or get nervous speaking with someone new. But that's part of the process. Nobody learns a language overnight. It's a journey, and even small steps matter. Sometimes it helps to remember that you're not alone. Millions of people around the world are learning English right now, facing the same challenges. There's no need to be perfect. Just keep going and celebrate the small wins along the way. In the end, English is more than just a school subject or a tool for travel and work. It's a way to discover more about the world, to meet new people, and to open doors to experiences you might not have thought possible. For some, it's about new career opportunities. For others, it's a chance to enjoy music, movies, and stories in their original form. For many, it's a mix of all these things and maybe a few more personal reasons, too. Learning English isn't about getting rid of your own language or culture. It's about adding something new to your life. It's about curiosity, courage, and the desire to connect. And as you keep going, you might be surprised by how many places this language can take you.